Super quick update. My two inner guards, as you can see, are all texture coated. That's the one that's had the repair that I did, and honestly you can't even tell where my welding was. My bog job was that good. But they're both texture coated front and back, and just awaiting a final paint coat, which I'll do the springs and those in the same colour that I did the firewall in. When I say final paint, because my compressor decided to shat itself, and yeah, I don't know what happened, it made a funny noise right as I was finishing the texture coat, and my pressure went from like 100 psi, give or take, down to about 50 psi, and my output pressure dropped to about 4 bar, or whatever that is, 60 psi. So both of them just went, so I'm assuming something in this has died, so I'll have to get a new compressor before next weekend to finish painting those. My Edelbrock, I've been able to confirm with my engine mounted. I'm going to have to lop a little bit off the back of this Edelbrock coil cover, and just to clear my firewall. It is just literally touching right here, so once I do that you'll never see it. As you can see, I've got the front slam panel, or what I'd call a slam panel, in. So once I get the inner guard liners in, I can start mounting or finalising where all the pipes are going to run and stuff to go through there. Most of the coolant's in. I've just got to make up a new steam vent coolant line, and the water bottle's sitting there, which is going to mount to that inner guard. So as soon as I get all that in, I went and found my old transmission cooling lines for this radiator, so I'm going to see if I can get those to fit up, and if not, I'll just mount a transmission cooler on the front. But yeah, so that's the VT Commodore radiator in my 58 Apache front end, and the twin fan setup, and I've got all the relays and power for that, so we're slowly getting there. And the only other thing that I've got to update you on is the vintage air, and to be honest that was a pain in the ass. While you're not focusing, there we go. Running these pipes up in here after it's mounted is a pain in the ass, especially the two for the demister. They're rectangular, so it's just about impossible to screw them on. So if anyone else is doing a vintage air install on a 58, I would recommend putting these pipes onto your demister replacements and then dropping them down and having them sitting there before you mount up the box. Otherwise you're never going to get them on. My only other issue that I'm coming against at the moment for that, lovely little panel, all plugged in, all tested, all works perfectly fine, but I don't have a panel hole. My old dash was pulled so far apart that I just welded a new panel on there. And I don't really want to go cutting up holes to mount that thing in there. So now I'm thinking I might actually mount it just in here in the glove box, because the glove box is so shallow. The vintage air kit, that is it. That is all you get for a glove box depth. And as you can see, it ain't very much. So I'm thinking I might just mount that in there and leave the dash free for maybe just the radio and the center part, or maybe the original California plates. I might even mount the original California plate in the firewall there, and then put the radio into here as well, and then just have a the controller on my door, on my door skin, so I can just use the volume up, volume down from there, and that can just stay closed. I don't know, we're playing around with that, but that's where we're at. 90% of the underfelting and deadening's done, and we're just slowly progressing through. Next thing to attack will be welding the two lower plates. Welding the two lower plates for the steering column onto the steering column. And I noticed here that I've got a slight issue after separating these two here, and that this will actually turn ever so slightly. That's not tight enough, so I'm going to have to remove this and just put a bolt through the two bits of metal, 1 to 2, and as long as it doesn't interfere with the center shaft, we'll be fine. So the short little 10mm bolt should take care of that. Times 2 underneath that, you'll never see it. I think that's about us. Until next time, oh yeah, there's my power steering tubes. Not my power steering, my auto transmission tubes from the Commodore, which we're going to try and fit up, I don't know, sometime during this week. So until the next video, catch you later.